Hey everyone, how about here? We're doing a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be doing best teams, but in a little different way. We're actually going to decide who is the best team in the game currently. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And no, this is not just solely on global. Of course, a lot of you guys ask me about, hey, how come you don't make best teams for JP? Well, because my main is global, and I basically have made those types of videos for global for all my YouTube life here. And rarely on occasion I talk about JP, and this is going to be one of those times because both of these teams are just incredibly good, and I think these are the candidates for the best teams in the game right now for July, the end of July 2024 into August here. So let's go ahead and break this down. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are too in the comment section below, but I'll give you my thoughts right now. Let's go ahead and start with superheroes. Being that there's a huge advantage for superheroes versus the other team in Universal Survivor Saga, and that's having two Beast Gohans. Considerably that I think he is still the best unit in the game, even though he came out during the anniversary, and it's been several months since the anniversary. Beast Gohan is just built differently. It is a first position unit, and being a first position unit that can tank pretty much anything, or at least right now, mostly everything. Again, a lot of people are having issues with LR, Goku, and Frieza, but they hit extremely hard. But technically, 99% of the game, Beast Gohan is just a beast of a tank, pun intended, for the first position. And then on top of that, it semi-supports the rest of the team with ki and crit chance. It's just amazing. Now you're only able to do that if you have Piccolo available for you to go ahead and increase that super attack there to get some additional crit chance for your allies. But again, Gohan does beef up everyone else on ki and supports with the taunt mechanic and things of that nature as well. But let's look at the rest of the team, right? Enough about talking about Beast Gohan, because guess what? Beast Gohan's on all the teams that we're going to be talking about here. You do have the new Tech UI Goku on here. You do have both EZA, MUI Goku, and Evolution Vegeta, albeit that Evolution Vegeta is running at only 170% since he's not in Trusted Will or Movie Heroes. And then you have the LR Gammas, which is a fantastic support unit for superheroes, right? They support superheroes, Defenders of Justice, and what's the other one that supports Joint Forces, right? So amazing team that you can start with here. And even more so, the bench is really solid as well. Yes, you can run the AGL full power Broly on this team if you wanted to, but technically that would just be Miraculous Awakening, not necessary superheroes, but still it is an option on the Gohan being the leader here. Now, a kind of unusual team that you can run here, this is a team that sometimes I run and just mess around with here, is Piccolo, all Piccolos as floaters, right? You have the support STR Piccolo, you have the Piccolo Gohan, and then LROP. Now, the problem here is that UI Goku and MUI Goku aren't movie heroes. Thus, the STR support Piccolo might, find himself in a really rough situation. But again, this is a way to think, okay, all floaters are going to provide the Gohan extra boost in the unit super attack. But again, a little bit of flexibility you think here. This is a much better team. So if we're talking about best teams, this is the one we want to focus on more. Now, the counterpart to superheroes, because I'm going to talk about two teams with Universal Survivor Saga as well, is the Gammas actually running as the main leader. Thus, everybody on the team that you're going to be running is superheroes at 200%. So, the Evolution Vegeta that you were running at 170% with the LR Beast Gohan, he's running at 200% here. However, you are losing out on another Beast Gohan and just adding a superhero support unit in the Gammas. And I think that's a huge loss. Now, again, you're still able to have, some really strong first position units here. You have MUI Goku. You can also put the Tech UI Goku in first position there as well. So kind of interchangeable there. So, you know, all in all, still a very, very solid team, but I still will put this team above the Gammas as the best superheroes team that you can run. Again, you just have so many options here. If you don't want to run 170%, maybe you just want to throw in, you know, Gogeta in that spot there if you wanted to do that and just run a full 200%. Again, very flexible on there. Whereas superheroes is a wide category. It does have a lot of great units on there, but still not as flexible as superheroes, Bond Master's Disciple, and Miraculous Awakening. One thing that I was kind of upset about, this is just, you know, on my mind here, is I'm so sad that Tech Ultimate Gohan is not on Bond Master's Disciple for some reason. So that would have been nice as an add-on here. It's going to be a supplement anyway, as an alt, but it would have been cool to like run a full Gohan team, and that would have made it a lot easier to do. So anyway, that was just I'm off topic there. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to the Universal Survivor Saga team. So this is running 2 Tech UI Gokus, and as you can see, still very, very incredibly strong. You do have and it's very similar as well, right? You do have the Gammas as a support here as well, comparable to the Beast Gohan, right? Both there, the same. You have also MUI Goku and Evolution Vegeta, both EZA anniversary units there, and then the Tech UI Goku. Oops, I'm sorry, over here. same here, but you have 2 Tech UI Gokus versus 2 Beast Gohan. So that is the biggest question here for Universal Survivor Saga, is who do you think is better? And do you think Beast Gohan is better than Tech UI Goku, or you think Tech UI Goku is better than Beast Gohan? Again, I think that Beast Gohan is the best unit still in the game, but very, you know, there's some maybe some competition if you want to think about it. You know, when he goes MUI, that's the best unit in the game, right? But you have to get him to MUI before that happens. And then Beast Gohan, he's only running at 170 in Universal Survivor Saga, so that is an issue as well. However, you are able to run Jiren. You're not able to run Jiren on the superheroes team, right? He is a super boss versus superhero, and I think you have a much better bench strength than you do the superheroes here, right? With Bond Master Disciple, Miraculous Awakening, you have Universal Survivor Saga, Realm of Gods, and Entrusted Will. That's the reason why you can run Beast Gohan, because of Entrusted Will. Now, if you go, well, you know, that's not technically Universal Survivor Saga team, and, you know, you're right. So if you were to exchange that out, you would then probably put Evolution Vegeta in a first position. Again, it's interchangeable. You can run Tech UI Goku in first position as well, depending on the situation. And then you can just maybe plug in Android MVP 17 and Golden Frieza on here as a substitution. So I think the bench is far better. I would say, let's look. Let's look what we have here. We got Gogeta, you got Broly, right? We got I mentioned this before. You do have the Tech Ultimate Gohan on here. You do have the new EZA Tech. You have God Topo, right? You can run God Topo on the team if you run, I guess, both Urins. It's a slight advantage, right? It's not huge. I'm just looking at the differences on here. It's not huge. There's slight differences, but I think Universal Survivor Saga has a slight advantage over superheroes. So again, if you're running, this version or another version, I highly doubt you ever put the Beast Gohan on bench, but if you're running a full Universal Survivor Saga team, that's might what it look like. Now, the counterpart to this would be Carnival Jiren, AGL Jiren, and this is where you can run Topo fairly easily because you have the Jiren running in the main rotations. Then you have Tech UI Goku, MUI Goku, Evolution Vegeta. Like, it's a staple. Like, you're just seeing all those three units on every best teams because they are just incredible. And then you have the Tech Jiren on here as a floater, but again, the bench is a lot less better than the Tech UI Goku, right? So less robust, being that it's only Universe 11 and Universal Survivor Saga. But again, Universal Survivor Saga does have quite a bit of units that you can run. So ultimately, it's going to be this versus this. And let's take our kind of final look and closer look to it, right? 2 Tech UI Gokus, 2 Beast Gohans. This, I'm running Piccolo on here, and I'm running Jiren on here. So I think the edge right here for 2 Beast Gohans edges out there, but running a Jiren I think is better than Piccolo. Again, Piccolo is just there to provide that unit super attack. You don't technically have to, put him on there, but he is still a fantastic unit to actually add him on. So in that comparison there, you're both running the same support, right, in the Gammas. So that's a wash, right? So that is a wash. And you're running, EZA, MUI Goku, and Evolution Vegeta. So, but the wash here is, or the benefit here is Universal Saga, you're running both at 200%, whereas you have to run Evolution Vegeta at 170. Not a huge deal, because in this team, you have to run Beast Gohan at 170. So you can just really see the similarities. I give the bench to Universal Survivor Saga, but you just have to say the edge does have to go to the Beast Gohan Superheroes team. Slight edge, but an edge, albeit, right? Not many weak points here, right? Maybe Piccolo has a situation, but of course when he transforms, that's kind of a mini cheat code there. It's not doing much damage these days, comparable to other units that you need to do damage on kind of the current meta of the game. So there's some issue there versus like you're gonna do a lot of damage with these units here. Boy, now I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm gonna give it to 2 Beast Gohans versus 2 Tech UI Gokus, and I'm gonna stick with it. Less of a bench, better bench. Ultimately, I think this is just having those first positions locked up and just incredibly strong, and then having floaters just in case something happens where Beast Gohan gets locked up somewhere, and you can still have units that can be in first position, all of them, right? This one you can do the same thing. Oh, Jiren you cannot, right? Jiren you cannot. I guess Piccolo in certain situations you might not either. Yeah, they're so close. But again, we're giving it to superheroes. That's my final answer. I gotta stop going back and forth, but that's how difficult this was and how close this was between both teams. I think both of these teams are 1A, 1B in terms of the best team in the game. And of course, you have some shout outs like Super Bosses, Majin Buu Saga. Those teams are great, but I think these two are head and shoulders above everyone else. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.